Okay, peoples, we are now getting ready to make the new tarpaulins. And what this white net is our kind of a safety net. It's the one that's under the other net. So if anything happens, this is not a net, this is just a net bag, but it's the same material. So this is going to be on top of that net. And the reason so is because that net you can stick your foot through, and this net you can't. So you can lay on here, walk on here, stand on here, stick your fingers and put your hand down on here, and nothing goes through. So this is I should call this the safety net, huh? But that one is there to just support this one. They're both strong enough to support themselves, but why not be extra safe, folks? So that's what we're doing. So I'm looping this thing on here, and it's a little tricky because once you get a bunch of this stuff up, you can't quite tell which one is which, but you got to stay along with the edge here and do the first loop all the way down. So as you can see, so far so good from my examination. So we also Celso's building another boat over here. So that's a motorboat there. That'll have an engine. The last boat he built was a paddle boat for racing. This is a boat with an engine. So back to this Paradise out. Okay, we think we've got it in the right holes now. We've counted from like each diamond here, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, all the way across, and make sure we were straight in the same diamond all the way. That's pretty tight there. And we marked it so we can know where to re-pull it when we take this apart, because we got to take it apart. And we marked a little blue mark. This blue mark here goes on the other side of this nut, and that pulls it tight. Okay, what we've done now is we flipped this upside down. And the reason we did that is because now we have to attach this blue. And what we do, we take the blue from underneath and wrap it around here until it extends to wherever it does. And then on this side, wrap it around here to where it extends here. Then we take our fishing line, which is over there, that's fishing line, and we go through the holes in this net, and we kind of stitch it back and forth, pulling it tight all the way down there. It's like a shoelaces, basically. We're just shoelacing this thing, and then we'll pull it tight and get it all even. And then after it's all even and everything, and both ends, and we have to go side to side this way, and we have to go end to end this way. So, and I don't know if we're going to just tie onto here and pull this end, to here instead of pulling it all the way to there. But when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. But at first we're going to do side to side, I think. And then we'll do end to end. Or maybe we'll do end to end first and then side to side. Well, another drama. You will have to wait and see. We'll figure it out. We'll hang all this stuff up and kind of see where it looks like it's going to work out the easiest for us, and then we'll do it. Then, after we get all that stitched on here, we take it over to the boat, and because this can twist like this and this, these joints here can twist, there's only one bolt. So this thing can slide back and forth on one side and not be the shape of the boat. Because these aren't necessarily square, because the boat's not necessarily square. So we got to match it up with the boat, and then tighten these bad boys down, put these bolts back through here with washers and nuts and everything that we're going to put on here. Tighten them down, lock them down so they don't move, because as we pull everything tight here, it draws things back and forth. So that's the final step, is to put it on the boat and square it all up so it fits nicely, and then tighten these bad boys down, lock them down as best we can. So we're going to do that. Paradise. So he's the man that'll sew. He knows how to do fishing knots and all that stuff, and he knows how. So he sewed the old nets and did like a super fantastic job. And the way he does it, if one stitch breaks, the other ones don't come undone. It's just one stitch, basically like this. If this breaks here, we still have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all holding. So we're not, things just don't fall out, and or all the string doesn't come unwound. So that's it. We will be back with more. It's a fancy net. It's pretty tight too, folks. I mean, that's got some spring to it. But the center's got more, which of course that's where your main weight will be, so that will sag more. But at the end, we're pretty tight. So we're actually looking good. We're looking good, folks. So Paradise out. Okay, we actually watched a movie last night about Something's Web. It's a new Marvel or DC Comics movie thing, but that's what we're doing, making a little web here. So you can see we started with the center here, pulled it tight. We started with the center on the side, pulled it tight. And then we worked it out 1/3 on each side, pulled it tight. Now we're going to pull each of these ends here tight, because the more we pull this tight, the shorter this gets. So we don't want this to get too short. So we're going to pull this around. You see how long it is there? Well, it ain't going to be that long here because we already pulled some of that tight. So, and we're flexible here too. We can loosen those. They're just tied with a little trucker's hitch, and we can just loosen them and retighten anything we need to make tight just to get a balance. All right, everybody, we got it all stitched on the back here with all of the monofilament line pulled tight and everything, and the next step is the sewing. So the thing is that we want to have is enough material here to go down and touch the material here. So these two should meet. On that end, we're short, so we're going to have some mono line there. They're not going to touch. It's just the length of this trampoline that we bought is this long. So that's why we moved these from here, from the outside of the cross beams to the inside of the cross beams. I mean, everything still works. This is 6 feet long on the from here to there, so that's that. So anyway, we're going to flip it over, and you're going to get to see what the finished product will look like. It's not finished, but you'll see what it kind of looks like. So Paradise out. Okay, so we got it. This is the real deal here. This is what it's going to look like. I'm trying to get the colors right. I don't know if you can see how everything looks, but anyway, this is the mesh with the white fishnet under it, again as a safety net underneath this net, and the strengthener, of course. You know, I don't know how heavy people, I mean, I'm 200 pounds, so if I get on this, we're going to really see some stress. And if she gets on it, she's half my weight, so not as much, half the stress. And then I got another friend that may be, I don't know, 200 plus. So we'll try to, maybe we'll make some rules where chubby people can't get on here, but that would include me. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll test it all out. And again, we just have it propped up on the catamaran. It doesn't go here. However, if we ever want to go camping, we could literally take these from the Trimaran and just set them across here, because one will go there and one will go here, and we could just sleep on these if we ever wanted to go camping on these. Of course, where we'd put them when we're driving the boat, I don't know. So we need a thing where you could raise it up, and it'd be the roof, you know, like a little sunscreen. And it would, you know, it'd block some sun. But anyway, enough of the fantasy stuff. So we will actually Celso can start sewing this now. I think we're ready to sew. So we'll let him sew it, and we'll see how everything turns out, and we'll be back with more from my Paradise on Bentayton Island. Paradise out. Hey everybody, here's a little preview of what the new tarpaulin will look like. See the blue? Pretty nice, huh? The blue with the white fishnet under it, the safety net. Look at that, folks. I like it. Looks way better than the green did. Way better. And wow, I think I love it. I think I love it, folks. So right now we've got it squared up with the cross beams here. Basically, this needs to go forward some, but Everything looks pretty square. We got our gaps, good nice gaps here. All right, everybody. We are field testing the new trampoline. That's 110 pounds on it, and it hasn't broken. So that's a good thing. Hello, model. Yeah, so it's working. It's sagging more than I thought it might, but still, it's okay. Now I got to get up on there, and she's kind of bouncing around. I got to get up on there and make sure this thing don't break, because I'm 200. I'm double what her weight is. Okay, honey, let me get up there. My turn to do the test. And she's putting her knees in it and everything, but that bottom white net, that's the real strength. That's why things won't. I think that limits the amount of stretch it does. So anyway, I'm gonna get up there and we'll see how it goes. Paradise. I can't. Well, can I video me getting up there? It's a little bit scary, folks. It's a little bit scary. Here, honey, move. Okay, here, now you go and YouTube me. You need to go around to the front. Okay. 200 pounds.
You cannot climb.
I guess that's the best way to get up like that. See? And then I don't really put all my weight on one spot. Like I wouldn't stand on this with one foot, but I would definitely reach up like this. It didn't break. It does squeak, but that's the wood squeaking, the paint squeaking as this moves some. That leg's cracking. Yeah. Oh, it's comfy.
Yeah, it's
very comfy. Yeah, honey, my feet can sit there and my head can sit here, and even though it's only 6 feet long,
yeah,
I've got a room and I'm not hitting this board here. Okay, folks. Check out. I've got more friends that weigh more than me, so there'll be more tests to come. Paradise.